take a look at him at the top of the Why Tren? The Cancerian with the vision. A hoodie in the bucket hat is often his decision. Why high? A king from Queens, you never disrespect. The wise OG, but what else would you expect? Why Dame? The flyest and the highest of them all. You need a perfect shot, he's the one that you should call. All three combined in a little of your time. Welcome to the show and let him ease your mind.
It doesn't matter when we are or where we are because we are.
Because we are.
Because we are better than
Because we are.
Because we are.
Because we are. Because we are. Because we are.
Where do y'all want to start? We got some XXL announcements, some music topics to talk about. So I feel like that's a good place to start. How y'all feeling about that?
Let's do it. Yeah, XXL. I know some of them clips are going viral right now. I haven't seen. How many freestyles drop? Because I hate the way they do it now.
First of all, let me see if I can pull up the class real quick. I'm gonna pull up the class. I want y'all to tell me who y'all know on this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every year there's always some people that we don't know on it. You know, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm out of touch. But also, I never really get the point of this anymore. Is it just like how important is this these days? Like, is this still like important to us? You know?
No,
I wouldn't say so either. I think they just had such a bad stretch of at least 7-8 years.
Yeah.
Where I think they started to put a little. I think they even announced it, like, hey, we're putting a little bit more effort in finding our freshmen and shit. And this was maybe a couple years ago. But even still, even just the way that they do their freestyles now, even if you are getting artists that we actually know and we can recognize and have some fucking stain a little bit, you're putting them in the worst possible position to showcase their talent sometimes. Right. And we'll see that with some of these freestyles, but let's get to the list.
So I got these things. First of all, do y'all recognize this? Do y'all recognize anybody on this just by face? That's another thing. I don't be knowing the artist's face. I be knowing their names, but I don't be knowing what a lot of these artists look like. So do y'all recognize? Do y'all see the screen? Do y'all see any of these artists? Do y'all recognize any of these people right now?
Ian, Jello, Laser Dim, and Nino Paid. Those are the ones that I just recognize off of looking. And the young gentleman lady on the bottom right.
The young gentleman lady on the bottom.
I think that is a child boy. I think that is a male child. But I know 4 people.
Okay. So that's pretty good. Almost half. So we got Rayvon, Baby.
Oh, how could I fucking forget Rayvon?
Yeah, he's there. But again, he's hard. You don't really know what he looked like
to identify. Yeah.
Yeah. Baby Chief Do It. Ian Triplin, I know him. He's pretty cool. I didn't know what he looked like. Ian, which is just he's just a regular white. He went to Ramapo. What's his name? What's this dude's name? 1900
Rugrat.
Rugrat.
1900 Rugrat. That was early. I don't think you'll beat that.
1900 Rugrat.
Yeah,
that's his name.
It's awful font for his name.
Okay, Samara Sin. I think I've heard her name before. She collabs with Smino, right?
Yeah, she's a Boom Bad Doja Cat.
Yeah, she's from New York, no? Or am I bugging?
I don't think so.
I might be thinking about Samara Joy, actually. I'm thinking of somebody else. I think Samara Joy is from the Bronx or something. What's it say? EBK what? JN? I feel so old, bro. Who is this?
J-Bo.
Can y'all see that?
EBK
J-Bo.
10th spot winner.
I think it's J80 or some shit like that. I don't even think it's a Bo.
So is he 10th spot winner? That mean he was the last person to get on, pretty much? Was he the voted on person? Did they still do that?
They wouldn't highlight that.
Isn't that the thing? It's sometimes they get
we weren't gonna choose this nigga.
Yeah, it's the voter's choice, I think, right? I think that's probably what that is. 10th spot winner.
Yeah,
I think they usually
called
him
the Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah, Jello, which he's probably the oldest person on this list, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
maybe.
Low Shimmy. I feel like I've seen his name before. Laser Dim 700. That's a cool ass. I like his pose. YTB Fat.
Was
Nino
that the Stud Brother or
wait? YTB Fat?
Yeah, was that the same one that looked like a gentleman lady?
No. That was Baby Keith Do It or something like that.
Baby Chief Do It.
YTB Fat looked like Gunna, but also they both look like studs. Can we be? It's not prime on the
Studs is in, man.
It's in right now.
Studs is in, bro. Studs is in.
For sure.
All right, so we got the XXL freshman class. are y'all familiar with any of the music? Like, are you familiar?
I can't say it. Well, Jello, he's only got so many songs out.
Yeah.
So I could say that I've listened to his entire discography. I am familiar with Laser Dim's songs, but not because I listen. So, I follow a lot of sports and a lot of up and coming athletes. They do like all these random interviews and stuff, and they always ask them who their favorite artist is. And Laser Dim seems to be on the top of a lot of their list. So I'm only tapped in that part where I hear bits and clips of whenever they post up their music. Outside of that, obviously, I think we're all familiar with Rayvon at this point. After even before the beef, but especially now after the beef, everybody should kind of be familiar with his name at least. I think he's the only one in this group who's like part of like a big clique, like a big label.
Yeah, that might be true. I do know that like Ian Triplin has like some co-signs, right? Like he be working with like Ty Dolla $ign and other people like that. Like I think he has some he might have some ties with Ye if I'm like, if I'm thinking right, because I know that, or just Ty Dolla $ign's label in general. Like I think Ty Dolla $ign's like a whole bunch of group of people that he kind of brings on, so he might just be a part of that. But y'all want to listen to some of this? I don't know which. Let's see if I can see on the page. Who y'all want to start with? There's a couple of them. You want to start with
Rayvon?
Yeah, let's start with Rayvon. Let's see.
Yeah, a safe pick. We know that he's gonna show up.
Yeah, so I think we can start with Rayvon, something that we're familiar with. If y'all listening and y'all not familiar, Rayvon is associated with TDE, and he had quite the beef this year. That sounds kind of crazy. He had quite he had quite the battle this year between Joey Badass and Daylight was involved too. But he did his thing with this, and he just dropped the album recently. So let's listen to his XXL freestyle. I feel like it was deserved. Let's see what he's talking about on here. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
I'm something like a stylist at the zoo. How I address all the elephants in a room. If it's one thing that I learned, is to never make an excuse. Stem from crazy conversations embedded deep in my roots. Was created with ambition. It's no way to get it installed. My mama alcoholic. I tried to help her with the withdrawals. I can't forget all the shit that these niggas did, dog. I swear my memory bank don't run out of withdrawals. They laughed at my pain. That ain't some shit that they should joke about. They laughed at my pain and all the shit I used to hope about. It's funny how they ain't prepared a food but got an open mouth. Closed off cause daddy never made it to an open house. True story, yeah, my life is a saga. I didn't used to have pool and now they feeling the yaga. They question what I had in store while I was building a plaza. I take pride in my scars, oh, I'm really Mufasa. Yeah, they spilled milk, they crying over the mess now. They double-crossed me and gotta deal with regrets now. Back then, shit wasn't clicking for me, select foul. My life was, depending on scales, I guess I'm a reptile. Seeing weird shit but can't explain it like the X-Files. Say the wrong shit around my niggas and get exiled. Acts on my commas, my deposits are direct now. I'm bringing in the cheese. In high school, I was the best smile. So how I make it here to XXL? They was streaming Look at God when I was going through hell. But now they feeling what I'm saying like they reading in Braille. If it's one thing I ain't never did in life, it was fail.
Very nice.
Okay, good start. Good start.
Good.
It's like a 6.
I do have a question though, because it said on this XXL shit that Cardo Got Wangs was like the cipher produced. Wait, so this is just like the pre-cipher, like the cipher's not out yet.
This is like the free.
Right.
They normally do these like acapella free. They've been doing this for a while.
Oh yeah, didn't they?
Timmy Turner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Ty Dolla $ign? I like to get my dick sucked when I'm getting high. Wasn't that the thing that he did on here? Y'all remember that one?
I don't remember.
He might have.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah,
he had a bad one.
I think
his was not good.
Yeah, I think that was the one. He was like,
it's format though. I don't think you can have.
Not a lot of people can go on acapella.
Yeah.
Like Anderson .Paak was another one. I didn't enjoy his acapella freestyle.
Yeah. All right, let's see who else we got. Anybody else that y'all want to prioritize?
Ian, please.
Ian, y'all want to go straight to Ian? All right, let's see.
Or if you want Baby Chief.
Baby Chief, do it.
Yeah.
Why does it say Baby Chief do it? Yeah, XXL freestyle. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what that ABC shit is. I didn't click on none of those.
He's hella short, man. All right, come on. Let's see what Baby Chief talking about on this one.
Compared to me, you ain't never did shit. For sure ain't never took as many a risk trying to put on for your fam and click. Once I got my bag, I ain't off my cash, bought loads of blicks. Ain't no diamonds on my wrist. In these streets, just me and Chris. I ain't got no more feet to kick. Compared to me, you ain't never did shit. I don't give a fuck how many niggas you killed. I don't care how many hoes call you a shark. At the end of the day, I still eat fish. I don't care how much you trick. Even if I was broke, they still eat dick. And that's a fact, cause back then hoes was fucking just off my lips. I don't regret any choice I made, these just the cards that I was dealt. Could not save them all and I knew that, but I still tried to help. They could say whatever they want, but they can't say that I was selfish. I would've gave every dollar I had to make sure the ones around was healthy. Everybody else would've got their cash and took their ass to Johnny Dane. I bought loads of pipes cause we used to hit it at time the summer had came. Running through gangways, coming through cuts to make sure our ass ain't get spanked. Now I look back like, damn, it's a sun behind the rain. And I ain't afraid to say it, I'm blowing, boy, I ain't afraid to spread. They on that bitch shit shooting at cribs so hoes cannot see where I'm staying. They told me, nigga, you playing, I ain't wanna rap, I can't even fake it. And it only been 1 year, he look at me now like, nigga, you made it.
I like his voice. Sounds,
Yeah.
He picked it up.
Yeah.
I think
He picked it up
he,
towards the end.
I'm gonna just assume he's from Detroit because he kind of remind me of 42.
Let's see it. Let's see.
He's 17.
17. Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Chicago, okay. Midwest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Like he sounds like what's hot right now. You know, like he has the voice for it. Y'all want if we watch Eating Triplins?
I would get out of 6.
I want to see Eating Triplins.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's watch Eating Triplin because somebody had showed him to me earlier this year and said that he kind of like reminds him like the production style. He reminds him of Tyler. So I want to hear how he sounds acapella wise. I want to see what he's doing. This is Eating Triplin. I believe he's from LA, but I'm not sure. So this is Eating.
I said I done came a long way. 5 beats a day for 5 years like I'm Kanye. Searching for my lover, trying to find me a fiance to cook me oxtails and jerk chicken every Sunday. That'll happen Sunday. Jamaican mommy talking to me proper with the potway. Good home for my good mother, she Beyonce.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Told me just to always watch my back, cause niggas is steal your shit and help you find out where it's at. That's a fact. Every day some new shit. Rap niggas saying I stole his flow with some more shit, but couldn't make another hit. Still never trust a bitch, cause I've been wrecking so many homes. My good karma running thinner and thin. I know I fucked up a lot. I was young and doing shit just for the plot. I sit alone in my head with the thought. I always wonder how the fuck I made it far. Regardless of where I am, I still remain who I are. I'm still flexed up, rich as a suburban white dad. Spent 25 cash on some shit you never had. With a bitch so bad with no BBL ass. She so pretty, hoes get jealous when she pass. This money hitting different, I ain't grow up with her bag. Had to rock the fake J's to the school, shit was ass. I'm still working hard, I've been grinding like my dad. I've been grinding like my dad did. Grinding like my dad did.
I'm gonna assume that was off the top. It seemed like it was off the top.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I'm going to give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt because especially in a time where a lot of these people are coming there with writtens to have the balls to do a freestyle on the spot, I give it to you.
And not bomb either. Like, I wouldn't say that's a bomb. I just think that...
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't a bomb.
Yeah, he just kind of, I think if he had more writtens, like I've heard his music, so I know his music's pretty good. But considering that it's off the top, like, yeah, he's probably got some skill that some of them other people don't have. It's hard to do that every now and again, like with their words. But let's get to it, man.
That's a 6.5 to me too.
6.5? Okay, that's even better. Like considering everybody else is a 6 and they have writtens, So everybody has 6s to you so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get to it, man. Let's do Ian. This white boy. I don't even know where you're from, but
who cares?
It don't even matter.
It don't even matter.
He gonna cosplay whoever he needs to be lit. So
that's true. All right, let's listen to Ian.
Watch his snaps. He's off.
Walking that bitch like, how the hell y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Ready to turn myself in down at the station. I made a killing today. Always gonna be money. Always gonna be hoes. Always gonna be something. Only thing you got is your word. I put that shit on my mama. No, you really just can't get comfy. Gotta keep at it, buddy. Before I had this money, wasn't worried about nothing. That shit feel backwards to me. He ain't always getting high. What happened to him? And what happened to you? I'm the same I was. I'm just getting paid with a few more habits now. Oh, shit. Here we go again. Damn, I got this dime bitch. She just wanna be my friend. Damn, you don't think Flo Rida here is going down for real? Damn, I'm a little too high for this. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm on timing, bitch. You don't know what time it is? Oh, okay. Oh, you got migraines? You wanna ride this shit? Oh, okay. Plug like goddamn. You really want every flavor? Oh, okay. You want round in, but you wanna come crying, bitch? Oh, okay. Damn, it's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes. Damn, I'm feeling like 50 Cent. Bitch, I'm in the club. Damn, I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again. Damn, I'm on my DJ Khaled shit. We the best. Damn, we rolling hella deep. I feel like Adele. Damn, kiss me through the phone. Suck me through the cell. Damn, I'm a little too high for this. Jesus, take the wheel.
That was Ian.
I hate it.
How do you get to this spot, man?
That was like a backseat freestyle with the niggas on the way home from a basketball game in 7th grade.
Am I not tripping? Wasn't that like
a trend, like a long time ago?
Like
yeah,
10 years ago?
Absolutely.
Then with the
Absolutely.
cheesecake, yeah, like that was a whole thing. Yeah,
This how old
on
we
Vine,
are.
right? Wasn't that on Vine? Am I bugging?
This is
Yeah,
how old we are. Like they're bringing back and it feels like that shit just happened.
He was watching that shit when he was like 11.
Well,
Probably.
yeah, he had to be. He might have been 2.
He might have been. Yeah, he might have been 2. I don't know how old he is, but he might
No
have been
way
like
they
7.
gonna remember this one. They ain't gonna remember this one.
Yeah, he might have
Yeah,
been.
you know what I'm saying?
Taking it back.
Taking it back.
Yeah,
You gonna start playing that shit on 98.7 Kiss FM?
Yeah, that's
Like, yo, once they get to like swag surfing on 98 Kiss FM, that's when we all right. we really unking out here.
Yeah. Playing that shit on Sundays. It's like, all right, man. So it's a throwback channel.
What you giving that hot?
2.
Good.
He didn't even again like I'm not really
Why are you
one of
giving
those
it to
people.
me? Give it to me.
So couple reasons. He sounds voice wise, right? We talk about voice a lot. He sounds exactly like Jack Harlow. Either Jack Harlow or G-Eazy. Like that kind of white boy tone, like they kind of all have that same thing. And it's kind of like I don't know. It's just not original. And then he literally wasn't rhyming the words. Like I can't really. I'm not one of those guys that feel like you have to follow the rules and like I'm not one of them. I could hear like just creativity as it stands, but I didn't hear anything creative. It just seemed like Mad Libs of like rhymes. It just people are fixing his rhymes on TikTok and Twitter and shit like that. People are just like, what someone said, like, I feel like DJ Khaled, all I do is win. Like you could have. Wasn't there like a trend of like people saying a word and then saying the word you think they're gonna say, but saying a different word instead, almost like rage baiting you, kind of like I kind of feel like that's what he was doing.
What did he say instead of all I do is win?
We the best.
We the best.
Oh, we the best.
Like why? Like why would okay?
Yeah, I feel like he might have forgot the line because that was perfect. Because the first one was what? Oh, I feel like Britney. I just hit again. I hit again, or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like DJ Khaled. All I do is win.
I feel like DJ Khaled. We the best.
Why are you trolling us right now, bro? That's crazy.
To be honest, though, like I'm gonna be real. There is some sort of like weird charm to it, right? Like where it's just like I don't know what it is.
White.
I don't know if that's
that was laser dim. You're not saying the same shit, bro.
Nah, I think I am because like we still have like
oh, he's so adorable.
Not adorable, but like there's like some bad rap. There's like some goofy ass rap. I think there's like a section of goofy raps. Like I don't know if y'all know who You Know Miles is, but his raps are very silly and very, for lack of better words, experimental. Like he's very off the cuff and very unconditional. But he's been he's been praised. Like I mean, I know we praise Kendrick for doing a lot of like weird shit in his raps, right? But I feel like there's some sort of charm to having like a quirkiness with your flow and having some sort of difference. I'm not sure that Ian has it necessarily, but I think that the words itself is something that kind of carries what this is, you know? Like even though it's bad, it's kind of like what's that one dude? Remember that one dude that was, I think it was a rap battle. You remember he was like, "I'm the best man, I did it." He was rapping over
50 Tyson?
No, not 50 Tyson. It was some other dude. He was rapping over.
I know what you're talking about.
I really mean it.
Yeah.
It was like a rap.
I did it.
Yeah, I'm the best man.
For like 30 seconds.
It's like, and he clearly has some sort of, you know.
Both of them.
Yeah.
You saw that whole battle?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Whoever put that together needed to be put in prison.
Yeah, going out. But overall, I mean, cool. I'm excited to see what the cipher looks like. I know they do it every year. What was your favorite XXL cipher? I know we had the one with Uzi and 21 Savage. I think that was 2016. That everybody talks about. That one was kind of interesting.
I love Lil Dicky's class, whichever one that was. I think it was him, Anderson .Paak. I think Designer might have been in that.
That had to be 2014 or something, right?
At least.
Let's see.
Mac Miller's class is one of the goated classes too. I believe that was him. I think was Wiz in that one too.
I think Wiz was.
Chance was in 2014. Ty Dolla $ign was in. Yeah. What was there?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, for sure. 2011 had Kendrick in it, Mac Miller in it, YG.
I never really was a big fan of the ciphers, so there's been some good rappers on there, but I never really been a big fan of the ciphers.
Lil Dicky was in 2016. That was the one where Kodak and yeah.
Oh yeah, so I guess that was a good one.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the class that while they were great,
changed everything up.
Yeah, they also messed up how the rest of the ciphers would go about. Because I believe shortly after that, maybe like 2 years after that, I believe they lost the who was originally doing the beats? Was it Drama? No, it wasn't Drama.
I mean, Drama don't really make beats, so again,
who was it?
Hard to tell.
When you said who the fuck little sorry ass beat?
Yeah. I can't remember.
I'll find it.
Yeah, I can't remember who did that, but yeah, I remember that one the most. I think the one with Triple X, I can't remember what year that was, when the one who he cut the beat and started saying some like real depressing shit.
Oh yeah.
And then they just cut the beat back. Cut the beat. That might have been the same one. Was it? Let me see. Let me look it up. 2016. Nah, he wasn't in that one. It might have been 2017? Which one was he in? Yeah, that was the 2017 one. Yeah, where he like cut the beat and like started praying or some shit like that. It was like, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a whole situation.
Oh no, it was Drama.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if this still holds the same weight that it used to, but I mean, it's cool that they still doing it. I mean, it keeps it kind of hip, right? You're getting all this like fresh young talent and trying to see who's making noise, and I guess we'll see from this class who shines the most in the next couple years, right?
Y'all taking bets?
You have any predictions? Yeah, let's do it.
And in terms of what? Like who's gonna be the most successful?
Who's gonna be the most successful? Period. And by success, I mean sell the most.
How many years are we giving it? Like in the next 5 years?
3.
3 years?
Yeah, 3. 5 is too. Is like too much.
I want to say, looking at this, I think Samarison is. We didn't get to see her, but I think Samarison is pretty like, you know, she's gonna be up there. You know, once there's some space for her. Rayvon, I feel like that's a given. Once he gets the push, I feel like, you know, TDE is kind of busy with Doechii right now, but I think once he gets a push as well. Like, I don't know what a single from Rayvon sounds like.
It sounds like the rest of Rayvon's songs, unfortunately.
So you don't think he's ever gonna get like a radio hit?
No. Wait, we got to be careful because I think people think we hate Rayvon. So we have to be super careful about how we talk.
No, we don't. We got to be honest. Fuck that, man. This is y'all up north niggas don't. Y'all never know. Listen, if the boy don't got a radio hit, he don't got a radio hit. If he has one, then cool. If we cool, we're tired to our opinions. If you don't think he's gonna have it, cool. I mean, I don't know what it sounds like. I feel like Doechii might have to give it to him.
Do you think Rayvon has as fruitful of a career as somebody like Ab-Soul will?
No.
I
think they're very different. I think they're already approaching. He's already approaching rap in a very different way than Ab was doing. I think to this day, you know.
I only say that because Ab had all the keys to be. I don't want to say as fruitful as like he said, be like as successful as somebody like maybe like Schoolboy Q. Yes, they have like different in terms of like having the resources. I don't think Rayvon will be able to flourish under TDE only because one, he's not the priority, and two, I don't think he'll have as fruitful as a career as Ab-Soul because I don't think he's surrounded by as good as resources as Ab-Soul was. Like Ab-Soul had Kendrick. He had a whole clique of everybody while they were hitting their peaks at the same time. Yeah. Whereas Rayvon kind of has to rely on himself.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the public appeal of somebody like a SZA or a Doechii. So it's going to be hard for him. Even outside of TDE, I don't know what other label would take him in and be like, all right, he's going to be our feature star. And that's not to say he's not talented. He just, unfortunately, doesn't have that it factor that the machines are looking for.
Also, let's be honest. Ray doesn't even have the same rapping ability as Ab-Soul. Ab-Soul had it early on. You know what I'm saying? Ab was like ripping shit in 2012. That it factor is like just one thing, but like the rapping ability, like he's not in a place right now where it's anything that sounds different than what we've heard so far. You know, like he can rap well, but it's not enough to just be like, you deserve this push. Like, why are we pushing you? You know, do you really have anything to provide different than what the competition is, other than just like us giving you this push? Like, are you really giving us anything different in this field right now? Are you better than your peers? And I don't think he is. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I might be wrong, but I think he gets success, but it doesn't look the way that I think we're thinking about right now. But like I said, I think Doechii has to give him that, you know, like she might be the one that people go to for the hit, right? Like something to get some radio play. Yeah, that's kind of
to answer your question though, I'm only gonna say Jello just because I feel like he has a whole fraternity of basketball players that are gonna be there to back him no matter what.
Yeah.
And as long as he's part of that Ball family, even though Lonzo's getting a little bit older, Melo's still around. He's gonna be around for the next 13 plus years in the league. So as long as he has him to parade him around, I think he's going to stay relevant.
Jello could be,
and he can make good music.
He could be the next Future, I think. Like he could be in that lane of like making these types of hits. What?
That was an insane sentence.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Tweakers are as a heater?
What that got to do with being Future?
I mean, personally like Can You Please better than Tweaker, but I wouldn't put him on the. I wouldn't go as far to say.
The problem with Jello is obviously he's leaning into nostalgia. He's gonna have to create his own sound and sound good on it, and I haven't heard that yet. I'm interested to hear the Eam Triplin songs because if you're saying he has like a particular sound, that's really what I'm looking for. I do think Samara Sin can be super successful. in her lane. I don't think it's gonna translate to like sales, but maybe like touring for sure. She's super talented. She's building a fan base the right way. And I think obviously you know, she's a beautiful girl, so if with the right record, it'll just go just because, you know. So there's that. I am interested to hear the other guys, EBK J-Bo. And I heard a little bit. I can't do the. I don't want to call it mumble rap. I really just call it like drug rap. Like I don't want to hear these dudes that don't sound like they can open their mouth fully when they
Is
rap.
this still drug rap though? Is this still just drug rap? I feel like we've kind of like
on drug rap.
On drug
well,
rap.
yeah, that's
but
what I'm
also,
saying. Like on drug rap, not even like talking about drugs. Like being on drugs when you're rapping. There was one dude. Who's the dude that rapped from the fucking cell? Like the nigga was literally in jail, you know. So
I'll tell you right now, that was.
This feels more like less like drug rap and more like cosplay rap, right?
Some of them.
Like it seems almost like this is a lot of these people. Some of these people might not actually be like about some of the shit that they rapping about, but for the brand, for what you're trying to portray, it'll work. You know what clicks. This is a generation. This is like Gen Z type rappers, right? Some of them. So they have a different understanding of socials and what's going to pop and what's going to click than we do, I think.
I'm gonna just go with I'm gonna just go ahead and guess Laser Dim 700.
Have you ever heard any of his songs?
No.
I believe that might be the one who's locked up right now.
Laser Dim 700? It doesn't look like him.
That's not a good start.
It wasn't Laser Dim?
I think it's EBK J-Bo. He got the face tap.
None of these names are ringing off to me either. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, bro. But none of these names are like.
Oh yeah, it is EBK. He's facing 30 years.
What the fuck? God damn, nigga.
Well, I guess we'll listen to his freestyle when it comes out.
When he comes out.
It's gonna be hella clean. Nothing incriminating. Nothing to make it worse.
Of course not. Why would it?
Yeah. Any more music stuff? I guess does Diddy count as music stuff?
Yeah, but not really.
We're not gonna get too into it here. We've already discussed this. Please check out our episode of Diddler if you want to know our thoughts on this. But yeah, man, Diddy got what? Convicted with two orders of prostitution, 2 counts of prostitution.
Yeah.
Which are he's not guilty on racketeering and not guilty on sex trafficking.
Right.
Which is
all the big ones.
Which is a win for him, but a loss for Kid Cudi and Cassie and a lot of people that were involved with his freaky activities. But I will say, we never needed another Boondock season more than right now.
Than what we do right now. Absolutely.
Did you know that they was spraying each other with baby oil outside of the courthouse?
In celebration?
In celebration. People was spraying baby oil all over each other.
See, my problem with that is, first of all, baby oil make you sweat. And it's entirely too hot in New York City right now.
It's a heat wave. You're going to kill each other out there.
To be putting Crisco on your body at this moment. You niggas is going to come back looking like Publix roast chicken. And so, like, it's...
so very specific.
It's just really...
That shit good, too.
It's fire. But that's really not what you want, you know? Aside from it being complete buffoonery, you know, it's not time for that, you know? My thing is, go all out. Get Astroglide. You know what I'm saying? Get some platinum wet. You know what I mean? Like, be an adult. You know,
or get a slip and slide, put the baby oil on the slip and slide, and slide down the street if you really want.
Nobody got a bouncy house. Nobody got access to a bouncy house.
A baby oil bouncy house, bro. Oh my god,
that's what I'm saying.
Niggas slipping and jumping and slipping all over the place on that.
Yeah, now you really know how Diddy feel.
Did he probably run right out that court? He probably run right out that courthouse, take all his clothes off, and go right into that shit, bro.
Welcome home, like yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
Welcome home, brother love.
Yeah. They're saying he's not gonna get home until like October.
I still think he's gonna sit for a little bit, you know, but because I know that they deny his bail, so I still think he's gonna sit a little bit. But
which I think
I don't know if
this
is true. I don't know if this is true, but apparently he was trying to pay somebody $1 million so he can go home for fucking 4th of July. Don't know how true that is, but that sounds nuts.
Listen, you got to use when you in jail and you got the money. It's really just up to the judge's discretion. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what this is. Let me out. And he can either say yes or he can say no. And so you're going to throw everything you can at the wall. Yo, bro, I got a stomach ache. Can I get out? Like, you got to just try everything, man. Y'all been shitting for 3 days, bro. Let me out.
Like, you promise not to do any of that freaky stuff out there? Yes.
Yes. like, you know, first of all, you want to talk about a freak off when Diddy gets out?
Yeah.
And it's going to be Halloween season?
The celebration.
Oh, my God, bro.
The return post.
The flyers.
Yeah. Let me look. Yo. Every flyer going to be wet.
It's just going to be mad slick.
Every flyer, yo.
You gotta pour baby oil in your hand and see if you got a like a secret tattoo that only shows with baby oil and shit.
Yeah, it only shows up. The address only shows up when you rub it, like when you rub the fly with some baby oil or some shit like that. Yeah, man, it's a lot of people are taking this really hard though. You know, like with him getting kind of like a slap on the wrist a little bit, right? Yeah. Kind of making it about like this is why victims don't come forward because the system always wins, or you know, men always win, things like that. Like,
for sure,
I kind of agree. But at the same time, I feel like there's always bigger fish to fry, right? Diddy did terrible things. I think that if they do get him on some other things, that would probably be well deserved. But I wasn't following the case, so I'm not really sure where they went wrong, right? I know that some of the Cassie tapes came out where she sounded kind of monstrous. I don't know if y'all heard that clip of her basically telling that she gonna kill somebody. She gonna get somebody killed. It sounded very that probably didn't help, right? But there's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on.
Just like in the comics, man. The diddler out again.
Diddler's out again, man.
Always gets away.
Slippery.
Away.
Slippery.
Someone's slippery.
Yeah.
Slippery,
but how many times it took for them to get Kells? It probably took like the time that he got him. It took him a couple times right before they actually got him.
Yeah. They tried to get Kells when Tavis Smiley was still like a lead journalist on BET. So it's been a very long time.
It took a while. So they're like, we'll get you. Get you another
time. You got away this time, didn't you?
You slippery, fuck you.
Yeah. Try again tomorrow, Batman.
And he just like he like slips out the third room through the door.
Slides out.
Slides out the bars. Yo. Nah, they need to check that nigga's cell right now and make sure he's still in there, bro.
Yeah. Like, God damn it. It's the third time.
He's halfway to Mexico already.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man. I'm not gonna stay too much. Go ahead.
Just salute to all due respect to Cassie and anybody who's been victimized by any abusers in any situation, because there's never please, ladies, continue to speak up. Don't let this deter you from putting these nasty dudes in jail. There are definitely people who will support you no matter what, even if you don't have enough proof and you don't have enough something to put these people in jail for your own health and for your own mental sanity. Speak up, if you can, if you have the strength, and if you don't have the strength, when you find the strength, speak up, because these people tend to victimize more than one person, and we are. It's just the more we set a precedent of what's okay and what's not okay, the more we can progress. So
yeah, good point to that. I definitely think that we the good thing about this all is that now the world knows, right? Like now it's not just a thing that the black community is talking about. Like everybody's knowing of the antics and everything. Now the world is involved, so there's closer eyes on it, and it's a pattern, like a pattern in practice. Like they went through all the necessary steps, and if anything happens again, if he starts acting up, then there probably will be another day to another day to test him. So,
but the black community is gonna end up forgiving this nigga, right?
I don't know.
In some capacity.
I don't know, because they found out that he was freaky. Like they found out he was gay, so maybe not. Like,
yeah, you could be anything except gay. Like if you just, soon as you enter a booty, it's like hands off. You know what I'm saying?
R. Kelly was pissing on little boys.
Yeah,
nobody would be playing his music.
All it takes is the right person to stand next to him at the right time, and all that shit's fucking cleared, bro. Nobody's gonna give a fuck.
The only person that's gonna stand next to him is Kanye.
Yeah. Which and we don't talk about him a lot, but I thought it was corny to come to the courthouse that one day and then drop a mixtape with his son the next day. Like, again, just a lot of self-serving, you know what I mean? And yeah, there are gonna definitely be people who knows that how unhealed a lot of us are and how much we love protecting people who've been accused of hurting black women. So it's you can't get them all, but shout out to Dr. Umar. Maybe he should be the leader.
I'm like with that one. Only one person agreed with that.
It doesn't matter when we are or where we are, because we are.
Because we are. Because we are better than
Because we are.
Because we are.
Because we are. Because we are.